Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
There's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home.
Court is going to sentence you.
All right, everyone. Today we're looking at a completely insane court hearing featuring a full-on crybaby defendant who's on trial for the abuse and death of her own child. And yeah, it's just as disturbing as it sounds. Honestly, I can't wrap my head around how someone reaches a point where they think they can take a life and then sit there sobbing like they're the victim. Because this is one of those cases you really have to break down piece by piece, since it's the kind of situation that makes your blood boil. Something truly awful happened here, and I genuinely don't understand how she can just sit there crying the entire time. So let me know in the comments as you watch what you think about this woman, because in my opinion I find her absolutely despicable. And with that said, let's dive in and see where all of this began.
All right, state.
Your Honor, as you know, this case involves the death of a child.
All right, everyone, please whisper.
A pretty horrific death of a child. And at this time, they are allegations, but due to the serious nature, we feel that $200,000 is appropriate. But that if the court is willing to lower them, then obviously full conditions. But for something involving something like this, I feel like anything lower than 150 even would be just way too low. It also is a little concerning that no one's willing to help her, because then how is she going to be supported in the community? That's concerning to the state, Your Honor.
Well, just to clear it up, it's not no one. It's just people. Unfortunately, the people that are willing to help are just unable to do so financially. So.
All right, the court is going to deny the motion, and the court has had no evidence on what amount of bond that she is able to make. So at this time, the court will deny the motion. And counsel, if there's an issue, is your client in protective custody?
Yes, Your Honor, now.
All right, if there's an issue at the jail with her safety, just let the court know. But my understanding, she is in protective custody. Beyond that, that's all I can do. And counsel, I've always found them to be receptive if there's an issue with danger. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's the last we see of her here. But don't go anywhere, because I'm about to show you what happened 5 months later when she was finally sentenced for assaulting and killing her own child. And this is the kind of crime that just makes your blood boil, because there is absolutely no excuse and no possible way to justify it. It's pure evil. And if the judge doesn't throw the book at her, I swear I might actually lose my mind. Like, you don't just get to take an innocent life and hope for a slap on the wrist. This is the kind of case where you should never see the outside of a prison again. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what happens here.
Court is calling 2022 CR 11873, State of Texas versus Yvonne Monica Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson.
Defense.
Matthew Allen.
Are you Miss Perez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with assault, intentionally, knowingly, of serious bodily injury by omission with a child? Did you understand that's the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Perez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 18 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hate to interrupt here, But I just have to say it, the way this lady is crying right now is making me so mad. Like, come on, she's not crying out of guilt or remorse, she's literally crying because every single time the judge says the word prison a new tear magically falls down her evil face. It's like clockwork. The judge says time behind bars and boom, instant waterworks, and it's honestly wild how she wasn't crying when she was out here committing crimes, but now that it's her turn to face the consequences, she suddenly wants to play the victim. So the plea she's looking at is 18 years. And to be honest, I don't think that's fair at all because she literally took the life of a child, an innocent child. So in my opinion 18 years just isn't enough. But what do you guys think? Should the judge accept it here or is she going to get a longer sentence? Let's go ahead and dive in and find out.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State Exhibit 1.
No objections.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Just situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
Try to do something kind and just
It's just I don't know if the court has noticed, every time she's come in, she's been
Crying.
very emotional, Your Honor.
I apologize, Your Honor.
No, all right, I'm just asking questions. All right, if we can go off the record. All right, State, are you asking to amend the stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections.
All right, and then the court will review States Exhibits 1 and attachments with the amended stipulations. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone want to say why I should follow this plea bargain agreement?
I can speak briefly on that, Your Honor. I think the stipulations, so the way that she came about, Ms. Perez came about to have the child was kind of strange to begin with. She, in my opinion, I think saw these two children that were on the streets. Her and her partner tried to help take them in. And then obviously there was an incident that Ms. Perez describes a week prior to this where, again, she should have taken the girl in for medical treatment immediately. And then obviously she fell from the stairs.
Let's backtrack a little
Okay.
bit. Because it says in the stipulations that there were two people outside of the store. She says she's being a good Samaritan. So she takes them both back to her apartment. And then she tells one of them, I can no longer keep you here. You need to leave. But I'll keep the complainant.
Yes, her and her partner. So her partner ended up, I believe, keeping the younger boy, and she kept the younger girl at the apartment. And then
And is this younger boy currently alive?
Yes,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
yes,
And where is he?
As CPS has removed him, he's with other family.
Okay.
the incident described that is the leads to this tragedy. Obviously, Yvonne describes it as she's playing. Obviously, the kid shouldn't be playing on the stairs. We know that. She hits her head and her back. She seems like she's okay as far as checking on her. She's eating, watching
So why
TV.
would she pinching her as a sign of as punishment? Because that's what it says in the steps that she would pinch her.
Yes, sir. I
Why?
It wasn't like I'm pitching her, just kind of like a grab, like just
It says it
to
left
prompt her.
bruises.
I'm sorry.
It said it left bruises.
Yeah, I'm just not buying this sob story at all. This whole case is just weird to me because how do you randomly take two kids from out in public back to your place and then, surprise, surprise, one of them ends up dead while in your custody? That doesn't just happen. And now she's sitting here with the sad puppy face hoping everyone forgets the fact that she literally caused this entire situation. She doesn't care about anyone but herself, and those fake tears aren't fooling anybody, and I really hope Judge Boyd finally puts an end to this act because honestly I'm getting sick of seeing her face on my screen. I just feel so horrible for the child she took out in public, and in my opinion this woman absolutely deserves life. But that's just how I feel. Let me know what you guys think and let's dive back in.
I didn't. I didn't realize it was gonna leave a bruise. I didn't intentionally do it to like leave that bruise. The little girl, when my daughter was, when
And so I think she's describing as, yes, she again is admitting to that. It doesn't matter whether you think it's going to leave a bruise or not leave a bruise. I think we would agree. And then as far as her actions, she seemed like she was okay. And then the next morning, obviously she's not, and then drops her off at the hospital. And then obviously does another, another bad thing, just leaves her and then leaves. She does come back. She does sit down with the police. She does talk to them, tell them everything that's going on and what happened. Obviously, at that point, it's too late. But I can speak to Ms. Perez from the day I've been with her for 20 months or so, from the day I've met her until today. Every time I talk to her, she's upset. And it's not because of so much of her situation, it's because of what happened. And she knows that she did wrong. She knows she wishes she could go back in time and change all of that. And she says that every time I talk to her. And so,
Like maybe if somebody is offering you a child, maybe calling the police.
yes, going that far back. It's not one mistake. It's things that happen over and over. And again,
So was the child healthy when she received the child?
I don't,
Was the child healthy when you received the child?
the first one is Joel.
No, I'm talking about the child that is deceased.
I don't
Was that child healthy when you received the child?
healthy in a sense. I mean, she was
Healthy in the
skinny.
sense that
She
she
was
had-
skinny.
Did
We
she have
fed
all her
her.
hair?
Did she have all her what? Her hair?
On her head?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, only like patches, like not patches, but like her hair was thin. Her hair wasn't thick. It was thin. Her hair was thin. And she came when I picked her up from when Cassandra told me to go, and when we went to go pick her up, she had like a dirty little outfit. I bought her clothes. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home. I should have taken her to get a welfare check. I should have done, and I didn't. I just was
well,
trying to-
and like Your Honor said,
help.
I mean, the initial thing would be to contact authorities to go through the proper channels. I think CPS was contacted prior to
They
this and made contact with Ms. Pettis, so they were aware of the situation. But again,
Aware of what situation?
that the girl was staying with Ms. Pettis. But
Was
again,
that before or after the child
before,
was taken to the hospital?
before, I believe.
So Child Protective Services was aware that somebody off the street gave her a child, and she picked up the phone and called Child Protective Services and said,
No,
"I got this child."
No, Miss Pettis didn't. They contacted her. So again, I agree with the court. She should have done a lot of different things.
Well, I
And
mean, I'm just unpacking things a little
Yes.
bit. So
The mother has extensive history with CPS and had different children taken away. So I think CPS was checking into the whereabouts of Ronnie and Howell.
All right.
It was that.
So that's how CPS found out that the child was in her care,
Yes.
and CPS did nothing.
Wow, if CPS actually did nothing, then that's absolutely insane to me. Like, yeah, we're obviously charging the person who committed the crime, but how is the CPS worker just walking away from all of this with zero accountability? If your literal job is to protect kids and you drop the ball this badly, that should come with consequences too. This whole situation just feels so weird to me because stuff like this doesn't just happen randomly. Somewhere along the line red flags were ignored, and obviously this woman is to blame here, but the CPS worker too, maybe even her partner as well. There are just so many people involved who deserve blame, honestly, and I really don't know what to think about all of this because I can't shake the feeling that something deeper is going on. So let me know what you guys think so far, because maybe I missed something, but it really feels like there was something more evil at play here. Let's dive back in and see what she gets sentenced with.
I mean, CPS workers sometimes, well, many CPS workers are overworked and underpaid, but I'm wondering why would a CPS worker, and this is just a side note, why a CPS worker would leave a child with somebody that a mother just gave to that's a complete stranger. I guess that's something else that needs to be addressed.
yes, and like I said, the circumstance behind it are, just to put it, I guess, strange, and that's one of the things that I found strange as well. To, I guess, put it nicely. But
So why am I falling in this plea?
Your Honor, at this point, the state, after much back and forth, we recommended this plea due to what is actually being charged, and what we can prove. It becomes a question of whether or not we can prove that she did not seek adequate medical attention in terms of she has training as an LVN and attempted to keep an eye on the child at home, and it becomes whether or not we would be able to prove that she failed to do so due to how it is charged, Your Honor. And so at this point, we do feel 18 years for what she is charged with is appropriate.
All right. And does she have a license as an LVN? I'm assuming
She did in the past.
She did in the past, and then I needed to renew it.
It's
'cause I went-
expired, is that right?
Yes, and
Yes.
then I started going to school to EC. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's expired.
This is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors. There's to be,
Judge, did you say 8 or 18?
18. Yeah. Did I say 18?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's okay. Matt and I are
Yes,
just.
all right. 18. All right, 18 years in the prison, credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors, and there's to be no employment in the future with minors or vulnerable persons. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Not sentencing, we do have victim impact, Your Honor. Hold on.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, whether you had your LVN license or not, I saw where you took your dog to the groomers. When a child is sick, you take a child to the doctor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know why. Sometimes people have more love for their animals than they have for little children.
Judge Boyd kind of scared me there for a second because I could have sworn she said 8 years, but honestly even 18 years doesn't feel like enough in my opinion. Like the prosecutor said, they could really only prove so much, which just makes me believe there was a lot more going on here. So this lady really needs to stop crying and just be quiet, because if anything it feels like she got let off the hook for a crime this serious. 18 years feels way too light, and the fact that CPS might have ignored red flags is a whole other mess on its own. I really hope CPS in that area takes a hard look at what's going on with their people, because this entire situation could have been prevented. There's no excuse for a system that's supposed to protect kids letting things slip through the cracks like this, and I'm honestly shocked that Judge Boyd didn't push harder to get more information about the CPS worker, because in my opinion that's extremely important. Like if someone ignored warning signs, they should be held accountable too. So let me know what you guys think, because I don't know if I'm being too harsh here, but 18 years feels incredibly light for such a serious crime. Let me know in the comments whether you think she could have gotten more time or if she got off way too easy. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know what you thought about this court hearing. I'm really curious to hear your opinions. Did the judge make the right call, or should the sentence have been harsher? And make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, since I post every single day. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for the support, and take care.